Attention, citizens of Super Earth! The Helldivers 2 Playerbase has taken a nosedive. But there are a few reasons why you shouldn't be worried about the longevity of managed democracy. Deep breaths, people.
Deep breaths, deep. Okay, not like that. No.
Helldivers 2 blew everyone away when the game debuted in February 2024. Its unique approach to multiplayer combat and emergent storytelling kept fans hooked and grinding away at the game's sprawling galactic war. Unless you're new to gaming though, you know how this story goes. After an initial, almost unimaginable surge of players came into the game, Helldivers 2 has now lost 90% of its active players, according to SteamDB. That's pretty typical for any game. And even though Helldivers 2 is one of the few titles to really make live service feel worthwhile, there was never much hope that it bucked this particular gaming trend. In fact, this may have been something that the developers at Arrowhead Games have braced themselves for. The developer previously said it was about time to slow down with Helldivers 2, and that they wanted to start focusing on releasing fewer updates with higher quality content. A slower stream of content would definitely push Helldivers 2 into a new phase. Now is the perfect time for Arrowhead to start focusing on sustainability rather than growth. You don't need 500,000 people playing your game every month for it to be successful. 45,000 players is plenty. But the timing of this particular player count drop does put Helldivers 2 in an awkward position.
It's not what it looks like?
When it comes to the player count in Helldivers 2, there's one big elephant in the room: the PlayStation Network account issue. It wasn't that long ago that Sony tried to force PC players to link their Steam accounts to the PSN, and Helldivers fans didn't take kindly to that requirement. The entire community revolted and caused such a stir that Sony ultimately reversed course and apologized for the move. It's possible that some PC players won't return as a result of this, despite Sony dropping the PSN requirement. Gamers are a fickle bunch, and Arrowhead might need to do something extra to entice a larger audience to come back.
It is every man, woman, and child's duty to protect our home.
Updates are a great way to bring in lapsed players, but it could be a while before Helldivers 2 gets a sizable content drop. The devs are currently on a kind of summer break, and they won't be working at full force for several weeks. Arrowhead community manager Twinbeard told fans in the official Discord, "Arrowhead won't close during summertime, and Helldivers 2 won't be abandoned. So you continue breathing, it'll be okay." He went on to clarify, "It is, however, a fact that Sweden in many ways goes into a semi-siesta mode during Sweden industry summer break, which is typically early July to mid-August. That means Helldivers fans can primarily expect hotfixes and minor patches for a good chunk of the summer, while the developers get some much-needed rest." Helldivers 2 will most likely never get back to its peak player count when the Illuminate invasion finally happens. Some people might return, and if the game ever really does make it to Xbox, it'll score a ton of new fans. Beyond those two events though, the comparatively low player count is going to be the new norm for the game. Luckily, fans don't seem all that worried. Over on the Helldivers 2 subreddit, a huge number of fans are supportive of Arrowhead's work and discussing the drop in players in non-apocalyptic terms. Others pointed out that the timing of the player drop coincides with other major gaming events, like the release of Elden Ring's Shadow of the Erdtree expansion.
The mere sight of your blade sets my heart aflutter.
Of course, for those of us who have sworn to touch grass only once we complete a lengthy tour of defending democracy, this news about lagging player counts isn't great, but it could be worse. On the brighter side, the people who are still playing are really committed to the game, and they'll probably be better at watching your back in a firefight than whoever is just popping into the game.